Hi everyone, it's Hannah from Britsent. Students often ask me if they should read in English, and I always say yes. So why should you read in English? Well, because it will really help to improve your vocabulary. If you're just learning from a list of words, it can be difficult to remember them and their meanings. But if you read them in a story, it gives you context to help you fully understand the word. And the word is often repeated several times throughout the story, helping you to remember it. Plus, it's much more fun to read a story than a list. Reading also helps to improve your grammar more naturally. Studies show that reading helps to improve grammar knowledge as well as the correct use of grammar. Another important point about reading is that when you're learning a language, you need a lot of input you can understand. So reading and listening to podcasts are a great way to improve your language skills by exposing yourself to large amounts of English. Reading every day will make a huge difference to your vocabulary and your familiarity with English. It's a great way to boost your confidence and motivate yourself to keep learning. So today I'm going to talk about one book in particular, and that's The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. The story follows an aircraft pilot who meets a little prince. The little prince comes from another planet, and he tells the pilot his life story and talks about the planets he has visited and the people he has met. He talks about friendship, love, loss, and loneliness, and also about the difference between the way children and adults look at the world. Now, you might already know this book, but if you don't, why should you read it? First of all, it's a classic. It's 80 years old this year, and it's still incredibly popular. It has been translated into 480 different languages, and it has sold more than 200 million copies worldwide. Secondly, it's a children's book, but it's also enjoyable for adults to read. There are lessons that, as adults, we can still learn from the book. The language may be for children, but the concepts and ideas can be enjoyed by anyone. If you read it when you were a child, you might find that you have a totally different experience reading it again as an adult. Now I'm going to read you the first chapter. When I was 6 years old, I once saw a wonderful picture in a book about the rainforest, which was called True Life Stories. It represented a boa constrictor that was swallowing a wild animal. Here is a copy of the drawing. It said in the book, "Boa constrictors swallow their prey whole without chewing. Then they are not able to budge, and they sleep during the 6 months it is being digested." I thought a lot then about jungle adventures, and in turn, I succeeded with a coloured pencil to make my first drawing, my drawing number 1. It was like this. I showed my masterwork to some grown-ups and asked them if my drawing made them afraid. They answered me, "Why would a hat make us afraid?" My drawing didn't represent a hat. It represented a boa constrictor that was digesting an elephant. I then drew the inside of the boa so that the grown-ups would be able to understand. They still needed explanations. My drawing number 2 was like this. The grown-ups advised me to put aside drawings of boas, whether open or closed, and to take an interest instead in geography, in history, in calculus, and in grammar. That's how I abandoned, at the age of 6, a magnificent career as a painter. I had been discouraged by the lack of success of my drawing number 1 and of my drawing number 2. Grown-ups never understand anything on their own, and it is tiring for children to always be giving them explanations. I therefore chose another occupation, and I learned to fly airplanes. I flew a little everywhere in the world, and geography, it's true, served me well. I knew how to recognize, at first glance, China from Arizona. It's very helpful if you are lost at night. I have thus had, during the course of my life, a bunch of contacts with a bunch of serious people. I have lived a lot among grown-ups, and I have seen them up close. That hasn't improved my opinion of them very much. Whenever I would meet one of them who seemed to me to be a little perceptive, I took the opportunity to show him my drawing number 1 that I had always kept. I wanted to know whether he would truly get it. But he always commented, "It's a hat." So then I didn't speak to him about boa constrictors or rainforests or stars. I put myself at his level. I spoke to him of bridge, of golf, of politics, and of ties, and the grown-up was happy to have met a sensible person. If you're interested in reading The Little Prince, but need a bit of motivation, why not join one of our monthly reading challenges here at BritScent? Students read a few pages every day, answer a question, and get personalised feedback from our tutors. It's a great habit to build, so check out the information below to find out where to sign up. That's it from me today. Let us know which books you've enjoyed reading in English in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.